Force 13 project update for this week, Monday, June the 16th, 2014, and it's been a busy past week in the tropics. Well, there's been 3 storms really in 3 basins. The Eastern Pacific had Christina, of course, category 4. We also had tropical storms Hagibis and Nanark, which both made, well, Nanark didn't make landfall in the end, but did affect Oman, and Hagibis did make landfall in China as a weak tropical storm. So what have you been saying in the past week? Well, Jay Smith asks, how many storms do you expect to form in the Atlantic? I'm guessing this year. Well, I think it could be another difficult year for the Atlantic this year in terms of storms generating. I think we might struggle to see 10 to 15 in total, and perhaps the odd major here and there. Much like last year, I think it's going to be a similar trend, but that's just me. Ivan Woodbury arguably disagrees, saying this hurricane season, I think it will be just like 2003 or 2004. Of course, both seasons had a Category 5 storm. It's not out of the question, of course. We might see a Cat 5 form this year in the Atlantic, though it does appear that the Eastern Pacific is more likely to do that of all the basins at the moment. Indeed, it's almost done it twice already. Jamaican guy MC3 responds to the thunderstorm video that I put out there in the past week, saying at least you had something. We're in the middle of a drought here in Jamaica. I certainly feel for you, by the way. The last time it rained hard was on March the 30th, which that's a good 2 months now, so unlucky over there. I hope you get your rain soon. And Paidi Gwynna says, track number 1 was my favourite in reference to the Force 13 music collection that went out last year. And some good news on that front, because there is a new version of track 1 coming out very soon. For those of you who haven't seen the music collection 2013, it will be in the description part of this video. And Caesar Games says, what a great animation in reference to the Cyclone Nanark satellite imagery. Question, do you know how to draw a hurricane? I don't want to be the unique person to make hurricane drawings. Well, I did try my hand earlier today at drawing a hurricane. You can't really see it well on the camera because it was facing the wrong direction. I didn't have the tripod at hand, but you can just about see it drawn. Here is the finished result. That was just me trying to draw a hurricane on a surface facing vertically, so that made it much more difficult in the space of 5 minutes. So I hope you quite enjoyed that, and hopefully it meets your satisfaction at least. Anyway, I can draw a hurricane. Whether it's any good is up to interpretation. So this week 2014 has made more headway into getting the numbers up. 31 tropical storms have now formed this year, around the world of course. 12 of those have reached Category 1 hurricane intensity or its equivalent, that's 74 miles per hour sustained winds or higher. 7 of those have reached Category 3 intensity, still less than half of the 19 that we saw in 2010, but I think at this rate it's certainly going to beat that. And I wonder if any other records are on the cards for 2014. It's the blue line here. This is tropical storms this year so far, compared to the purple line, which was 1996, and the red line, which was the all-time record, at least in recent times, 1992, which finished up with 103 storms worldwide. And as you can see, the blue line this year is above all of them at the moment, for this day of the year at least. 2013 is the green line last year. So, predictor season scores for June the 16th. We've seen a bit of change, haven't we? And one of the first things you'll notice is that the only one that's risen really is Woollyback 82 into 8th place. And TD123 was on a staggering 4 points, a single digit, is something to get excited about in this competition, but have lost that advantage slightly down to 13 points. Don't forget, 0 is a perfect prediction, so the lower score is the better one. Monsoon, who was in the lead for a long time, still in second with 32. New predictions and CES 15 Hurricanes predicted on June 11th, scoring 151, 29th place. Force 15 Sam's Dad and Ivan Woodbury also predicted, scoring 231, 144 and 202 respectively, none of them breaking into the top 12. So looking at our featured predictors, this shakes up the standings a little bit. The new line at the bottom there is TD123, the current leader. The red one is Monsoon. Dark green is Blake in 3rd place. Woollyback 82 is the best performing of our feature predictors, closing the gap between himself and the top 3. Paul Nugent doing the same, though a little bit further behind, as am I, Force 13, marked in light green, and F15 at the very top as you saw there. But this is how it's progressed. The day number at the bottom of the screen there are on day 167, June the 16th. and you can see it is contracting, the whole thing, really, isn't it? You can submit your predictions at the website force13.com/predictorseason_2014.html, but that's a bit of a mouthful, so it's on the description of this video. Do get them in soon, because time is beginning to run out a little bit if you have a chance of winning. Force 13's outlets, you can visit any of the six, the website force13.com, the video pages YouTube and Dailymotion, the social platforms Facebook and Twitter at Force13 on Twitter, and you can talk to me personally for Tropical Weather Chat. Just add me on Skype at Fool13. The next project update will follow on Monday, June the 23rd, hopefully, unless something bad happens. And until then, see you next time.